Now, after decades of silence, the many victims of France's paedophile priests are deciding, one by one, to speak out. The majority have kept their unbearable memories buried deep inside until now. Thanks to the Church's recent denunciation of paedophile crime, more and more victims coming forward to reveal their dark secret. Well, France 24's reporters have been to meet some of them.
The priest would come say goodnight, then he'd leave. Then he wouldn't leave as quickly. Slowly, he'd put his hand under the covers and he would touch my body, then my private parts. Then emptiness, darkness, horror.
Releasing her inner demons, Danielle wrote this text 20 years ago. Now, for the first time ever, she's making it public.
Yes, pedophiles were well protected.
We went to meet Danielle in a secret location. 50 years on from her horrific ordeal, she still finds it hard to talk about what happened because she feels a great deal of shame. For this reason, we've chosen to protect her identity.
Ces abus ont commencé à partir du moment où j'avais 10 ans.
The abuse started when I turned 10. It started with touching and turned into rape.
Voilà, jusqu'au viol. Voilà. Je sentais comme une forme d'oppression à l'intérieur. Ce sont les blessures, les cicatrices.
Danielle suffered 4 years of repeated rape at the hands of a priest who was a friend of the family. She stayed silent for years. It wasn't until the age of 40 when she went to see a therapist that the memories resurfaced.
Over the course of my life, there are multiple times I've thought about suicide. There's a part that's dead inside. I mean, we have to live with it, but there's a part of us that's dead.
This psychologist has been dealing with testimonies like Danielle's for years. Along with her husband, also a victim of indecent assault, she started a website called Free Speech.
We ended up opening a Pandora's box. The messages just kept on flooding in.
Dominique explains that speaking out for the first time can be very painful.
It had been buried deep inside, so it wasn't accessible, it wasn't conscious. It's what we call traumatic memory, and this traumatic memory is made up of sensory memories that are connected to smells, sounds, and words.
Someone all too familiar with this phenomenon is Jean-Pierre Martin-Vallas. He was a victim of indecent assault while at a Jesuit college in Paris in the 50s. He'd completely erased what happened from his memory. Then when his parents died, it all came flooding back.
The priest was very well known, very popular, very charismatic. He had an extraordinary aura. Unconsciously, I understood that if I mentioned what happened, I'd be called a liar. It would have been like 2 forms of punishment. First the sexual assault, and then the denial by my parents.
When the man who assaulted you is sitting at your dinner table one Sunday, you say, "No one will believe me." It seemed so unlikely that so many children had not spoken out.
Further down the line, Jean-Pierre wanted an inquiry opened into what happened. Very quickly, testimonies began to surface.
After an attack like that, you carry this weight around on your shoulders, and you learn to live with it. You learn how to move on, even if it means having to adapt. Then as soon as you can get the opportunity to get rid of that weight, you do it, and everything's better. But the Jesuits didn't understand that.
His motives clearer than ever, Jean-Pierre knew what he had to do, even if it meant breaking the code of silence. As a child, Michel was also fondled by a seminarian at a summer camp. He's now trying to track down his attacker, even though it's too late to press charges.
There shouldn't even be a time limit. It's as simple as that. There shouldn't be a time limit in the civil courts, nor should there be a limit in the church. There shouldn't be any kind of time limit. And when a claim is made, they should take drastic measures.
Even if it's too late to press charges, in any case, the pain is always there.
qu'on ait 40 ans ou plus.
Someone who is sexually assaulted as a child has only until the age of 38 to press charges. After that, French law dictates that no more can be done. A fact that for many makes the reality all the more unbearable. Michel was outraged by the recent comments made by the Archbishop of Lyon. He stands accused of failing to report paedophile acts in his diocese.
Thanks to God, the majority of things in life are predetermined.
What Philippe Barbarin said was unacceptable. And no, I won't call him by his title, for he's certainly not a gentleman, and definitely not my Lord. How can he say that things like this happen thanks to God? That's no defense. I really hope that he will go on trial and that he'll resign. He doesn't deserve to be where he is.
After numerous scandals over the past few months, the Church of France is taking action. They've opened up counselling centres in each diocese, a move they hope will start to heal the wounds of victims across the country.